This is the Aldora Devlog. Let us begin. Okay, so when it comes towards the game today, I've done quite a fair amount of stuff when it comes towards drawing. However, when it comes towards the game, I literally made one asset. This is because I was searching to try and get it just right on how I wanted it to look, and I feel that it was worth it in some senses of the word. However, if we jump all the way over towards Yanis's farm, we'll obviously be using our speed boost at this moment in time, and we can head over here. Obviously, you have one of the quests will be for picking cucumbers. Sounds silly, I know, but it will get you into the farming profession. So this is what I actually did. I modelled out a 3D design of wood slates and basically drew up cucumbers. This is so they can then, when they are picked, they can like disappear on the sprite. You can't just click them again. Once they're disappeared, they're disappeared, and then they can grow back. This means that you can have them when you have your own like farming plot and everything. So if we go into towards our viewport, we can actually see what it actually looks like right now, and overall it's just as simple as a few 2D sprites differently sized in a 3D model. Now I did make up the model yesterday while I was in the developer level, so I could actually build it in engine, so it was a lot faster and easier to do before work. And then all I did there was draw up the actual sprite for cucumbers and then just place them, and once that was done I could just set them inside of this farming rack. That means once that's actually picked, I can make all of these cucumbers just disappear in one go when this is actually touched on, when the quest is working, and then it actually gives me a basis on how I could actually build out the farming plots for when you're doing your farming profession. This means that I can actually see how it was going to react like this, and then I can then move forward, so to speak. So once you click it, you pick it, and then it will go on to like a timer until it's respawned or something to that effect. So very happy with that all right there. However, when it comes towards the game at this moment in time, I've been working on a load of different types of sprites. So it popped into my head yesterday that I'm going to need a load more drawings while I was looking at Kernel. So what I did was I had my picture of my rat. I didn't like that, so I scrapped that, and I will resume back to that. However, I have done the sprite drawing for a piece of ore. That means I can colour the different types of gemstones for that, and I can even make that iron, copper, tin, everything. So I can just change the colour of the node gems, and then we can reuse that asset in that respect by just recolouring the gems in the ore, and then you can have them placed in the real world and have on load. It loads in the different types of ores that have been spawned and where they're actually going to be. Primarily, I would prefer it if ores spawned along the mountains, because that just makes sense. I also did a rough drawing of the Zim Snapper along with the basic vault for the bank, which will probably be developing the bank relatively soon for the model, and then we can build the vaults that go inside. And then when you click your vault, if we go over here, you remember where you see your inventory in that white little box thing just over here, and then when you press the interact key you can then pull up your bank, and it's going to have a lot more slots than that. However, it will be the vault, so when you are in the capital city you can go and speak to the vault. When it comes towards all the other things, I did about 10 different types of icons yesterday. These all need to be digitized. I did a picture of a bear pelt, bear leather, also the bear leather shoulders, as well as worn cloth, copper sword, potion of fire, healing potion, the icon for wood, as well as a fishing pole and a earth essence rune, which will be part of a hidden quest. Now let's get on to the ones that I really like. So I was trying to design elementals. Now, granted, and I like the idea aspect of just eyes. I use eyes a lot in a lot of drawings, and when it comes towards like how I want these guys to be portrayed in the world of Aldora, fire elementals look like this. Now, I think it actually turned out pretty cool. Now, I want to digitize it so he's on fire, fire elemental, they're going to chase you, you're going to have to take him out. And overall, I think it looks pretty cool. However, one of my mates actually mentioned to me yesterday, and the thought also occurred to me while I was drawing it, it kind of resembles Relinquished from Yu-Gi-Oh! In some respects. However, Fire Elemental looks cool, and then we've got Mr. Chunky over here, which is the Earth Elemental. I'm still not overly convinced with this one. However, Fire Elemental set looks cool. Earth Elemental, I probably may redraw that in that respect. However, what we've got to do for today, import all of these drawings and start digitizing all of these so we can actually get them into the game and just show the game as a whole. So when it comes towards ore, with the ore, when we actually spawn that into the game, we can actually set those nodes and then just do an on begin event, begin play, so when the game loads in, it will determine which ores are actually open and which ores are not, and then that will give a yes or no answer, whether it's visible or not, and then you can actually interact with it through that and then mine that ore. I think that would be a cool way of doing it, as well as the Vault, Zim Snappers, and also all of the icons. I've got quite a bit to do today when it comes towards all of that. However, I've got to draw it all up, then digitize it, then place it into the game, and then animate, especially the Fire Elemental, but I want to take my time with him because he looks pretty cool, and I really want him to look great when you're actually fighting him in the game. Other than that, that's everything for today. I really hope that you are doing well, and other than that, if you have any other questions or want to see any little development updates prior to next video, then please go over towards the Discord. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.